So now we're 3/4 along the way of our foundation stage. Yesterday we had applied the damp proofing. Notice how it dries. Okay, that line that you see is going to be the same as a grade. So we don't want to see the black stuff above where you backfill. Otherwise, it looks kind of awful when you start having it next to the sidewalk. Let's go have a closer look. Oh, and just to get back to something we talked about before, the low point in the excavation is where you want to put the pump. This way, any water that accumulates along the bottom is easily pumped out. Right now, we have it closest to the corner of the foundation, and it gives us the shortest run to the street with the pipe. Let's have a look at the back of the foundation where the membrane's already been applied. This membrane is being held in place by shot pins against the concrete over top of the damp-proof areas. Now, a closer look at the membrane, you see that one side is dimpled and one side is flat. When applied to the surface of the concrete, like so, it creates a void between the outside and the concrete wall. This side is where the backfill will be pushed in against the wall, and what it does, it allows water to stay away from the surface of the concrete. Now, by creating that void, any water that would get into there would have a chance to run down the wall and not sit against the wall. Because with that much pressure from the backfill, the water would make its way through the wall. With this, the pressure is on the outside, and any water will just run down here, and if should the water get behind it, it'll also run down rather than sitting in one spot. Also notice that there's two separate areas, one that's black, one that's sprayed, and one that's been applied the membrane. The reason why we don't apply the membrane on this side is because on the other side of this wall is still exterior space. This is where the staircase will go down to the entry suite, and being the outside environment, it's going to get wet anyways, so not necessarily needing that extra protection of waterproofing. So we spoke about how to protect the walls from water. The next step is how to get rid of the water. Now, the next step we're going to take is to install drain towels, which will be placed at the bottom of the foundation. That will draw water away from the foundation, localized sump, and from the sump to the street.